Bulldogs won the toss. 3-ball on the way from the left wing. No good. And that is Streeter with the rebound for LaPorte. Brings it up the floor quickly. Streeter has it as he backs it back up. Dumped down. This is Adawadanowski and to the bucket. Tap out of bounds goes to CP.
One thing that LaPorte is well known for is the wrinkles that Tom Wells plays. He plays man-to-man, he plays zone, he uses the press. He's going to change his offense.
Jeffers had it on the top. Stefanovic with a long three, hits it. Sasha Stefanovic, and it's 3-0 Bulldogs. Keep your ears open for when 10 scores here, because we've got a number that's not in the program again tonight. But the one young man I can't find on the floor is Ben Walker, so I'm going to go that that's him.
No, that's not him. I will find it.
Oh, no, Walker is on the floor. I do see 14. And here's a Blake Bonin with a three. 6-0 Bulldogs.
I think it's Germany.
Yes. Yeah, that's who it has to be. The only one not out there.
His father used to officiate a little bit and also coached.
This is Dermody in the right corner. All the way back out to the top and Senny. Back to Dermody on the right wing. And Streeter. On the left side, Walker. Back on top.
Very patient. They are very patient.
Well, they don't want to play in high-scoring games. They could keep the game in the 40s and 50s. They would be quite happy with that.
A couple of players aren't even looking to score.
And here's a basketball thrown into the backcourt, and with the touch, it's an over and back. It'll go to Crown Point. So Bulldog basketball after the LaPorte turnover. Crown Point out to a quick start with threes from Stefanovic and Bonin. They have a 6-0 advantage. Bonin to trigger the ball inbounds. That's Galen from the right side. He hits. And LaPorte wants a timeout right away. It's a 30-second timeout. 9-0 in favor of the Bulldogs.
They called that a 2-point shot. I thought it was 3-point play.
Yeah, it looked like he was behind the arc to me, but we'll change it to a 2. So it's 8-0 Crown Point as LaPorte forced to take a timeout very, very early in this one. Gives me a chance to tell you that at the end of tonight's game, we'll name our Lincoln Carryout Super Sub of the game for the player who came off the bench to make the biggest contribution. The Super Sub of the game is underwritten by Lincoln Carryouts on North Main Street in Crown Point. Lincoln Carryouts, home of the Italian Submarine and the Steel Worker Sandwiches. Also at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, a blue-collar store for the blue-collar worker. I knew I was right. They put the 3 up.
I thought you were right. They put 9-0 now.
I confuse easily. Let's see, I was talking about the blue-collar player of the game. Here's a 3 by Walker, and he hits it. 3-point basketball. So it's a 9-3 Crown Point lead. Ball knocked out of bounds. And we've got a whistle and a foul on LaPorte.
They're going to try to beat the big man down the floor.
42.
Number 42,
Otwanowski picks it up. His first team first. Got called by Jim Nelson, one of the officials tonight, who came in the ball game. 50. Scott Cooper into the game for LaPorte. As Otwanowski will have a seat. Here's a pass from Stefanovic. He thought Galen was going to cut all the way to the rim, but he didn't, so it went out of bounds. See, before we got into all this, I was telling you about the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, a blue collar store for the blue collar worker. I don't want to shortchange them. Want to get it right. Cooper has it at the top. Left side, Streeter. On the pop out, Dermody. A lot of perimeter play for LaPorte, though, as they run this offense. Jim, there's not even much in the way of post-ups.
I don't recognize the offense.
Dermody is going to dribble drive against Galen, who cuts him off on the baseline, forces the basketball back out. Dermody gets it back. Goes to Senny. Senny, bounce pass to the basket, goes Streeter, and he's fouled. Backdoor cut by Streeter. Good bounce pass by Senni. And the foul is going to go against Josh Bergquist, his first and the team's first. So LaPorte to get the basketball, baseline out of bounds, left of the basket.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
And we're going to get a foul on LaPorte.
Number 50 made a place for himself under the basket. He pushed.
I think that was Stefanovic I saw on the floor.
Pushed somebody.
Cooper with the foul, his first. Second against the Slicers. So here comes Crown Point with a 9-3 advantage. 4:34 to play in the opening quarter. Inside to Jeffers, off the glass, good.
It's a set play. It's designed to get the ball into Jeffers, and he does a good job in posting up low.
The assist to Sasha Stefanovic. 11-3 Bulldogs. Dribble drive, up and under, basket, Jake Senni. For LaPorte, 11-5 your score now. Bergquist gives it up to Galen. He wants a three from the right corner. It comes up short. Bergquist taps around. Tom Wells wanted a foul for a hand on the back. Nothing. LaPorte comes the other way, all the way to the basket. Kind of a wild shot there. Rebound knocked around. LaPorte comes up with it. It's Walker. Gives it up to Dermody. No, that's too strong. Rebound Galen. Stolen by Cooper, and he scores. It's 11-7. With a 9-0 Bulldog lead, but LaPorte has answered with a 7-2 run. Here's Stefanovic for three. Silence that run right there. 14-7 Bulldogs. 3.5 to play in the opening quarter.
That's four trays.
4 trays already. Yep, in 5 tries. Here's Senni. He's going to take it to the bucket off the glass. That won't go, but that's going to be Bergquist again, and that'll be 2 on Josh. 2 on Josh, 2 on the Bulldogs. Going to the line will be Jake Senni. And that gives me time to tell you that at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open 9 to 9, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Dane Bukowski into the ball game for Crown Point. Anybody come in for, yes, Brian McGuire in for LaPorte.
Another player in.
So Senni was at the line. He hit 1 of 2. So we've got a 14-8 ball game. And who else just came in? 32.
Turnover.
Tyler Littlejohn for LaPorte just entered the ball game. Turnover by Crown Point, so it'll go to LaPorte as Brady Cummins will trigger the inbounds pass. So LaPorte already has used 9 players in less than 5 minutes in this ball game. McGuire with it.
Well, when you're 2-11, you're searching for combinations.
Walker gives it up to Cummins. Into the corner. 3 ball. That's no good by Streeter. Chased down by Cummins in the right corner. Was knocked away from Cummins, but he was the last to touch it. LaPorte wants to go to some full court pressure now.
Man-to-man pressure.
2:59 to go. 14-8 Crown Point. Into Bonin, who's trapped in the corner in the backcourt. Behind the back pass, stolen. Picked up Littlejohn.
Bad place to pass the ball inbounds. Corner.
And the ball knocked away on the dribble by Littlejohn. Crown Point comes up with it. Galen all the way to the hoop. Got it. Nice body control by Grant Galen to avoid the charge. 16-8 Crown Point. Streeter with it. Cummins on the left side. Now to Walker. Back to Cummins. Streeter at the top. Streeter gave it up, went to get it back, wasn't ready for it. Crown Point stole it. Back the other way. Quick pass intended for Bukowski under the bucket. Was knocked out by LaPorte. So they'll stay with CP as Jake Senni comes back into the game for the Slicers. Having a seat, Owen Streeter. Bukowski with it. Bonin wants a 3 from the right side, and he has nothing but net. That's his second tray of the quarter. 19-8 Bulldogs, an 11-point advantage. Littlejohn between the circles. Walker.
Have they missed a 3 yet?
Yes, the one by Galen in the corner. That's the only one. So they are 5 of 6 from 3-point range in this first quarter. Here's Senni. Takes it to the free throw line. Gives it up. Walker trying to find some space. Can't. Being hounded. Stefanovic did a good job defensively, but tried to reach in and get the ball once he got Walker a little out of control. He ended up touching some body and picking up his first foul. First on Stefanovic, third on the Bulldogs. Into the ball game, Ken Decker for Crown Point. LaPorte with the basketball. Walker has it on the jump ball circle, takes it to the right side. Bukowski on him. Gives up the dribble, needs help, brings it back to McGuire at the top. Now McGuire wants to dribble drive the free throw lane. He can't. He's going to use the pivot foot to get a good look. Too strong, but on the weak side, Jake Senni's there to put it back. 19-10, 1:20 to play in the quarter. Nice crowd on hand tonight here at Crown Point. Stefanovic gives it up to Jeffers. Jeffers misses the shot, but we're going to get a foul against the Slicers.
Jeffers has a tendency to come up short and so forth on shots like that. I tell you what, when he finishes those shots, he's going to be a real tough player to guard.
Looks like Kennelly at the scorer's table getting set to come in. First shot by Jeffers is good. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the State Farm Agency of Bob Reese in Crown Point, located at 152 West Joliet Street. Bob Reese State Farm is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and in the evenings by appointment. And its office can be reached at 663-7337. Bob Reese State Farm is a proud supporter of Bulldog Athletics on the Region Sports Network. And Bob Reese State Farm is also the presenting sponsor of live video coverage of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional, which can be seen tomorrow on RegionSports.com. Did Jeffers get that second one as well, Jim?
He did.
21-10. Bulldogs, final minute of the opening quarter. Little John on the drive on the right side. Shot partially blocked, and that is Decker that gets the rebound. And a foul again on LaPorte.
He outbowled his own man, but he got the rebound. He did not play the last game, and I think he's probably really hungry. He's going to do everything he can to impress the coach tonight and try to get more playing time.
Tyler Littlejohn picks up his second foul for LaPorte. So here come the Bulldogs with an 11-point advantage. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Kennelly gives it up to Decker. Goes to the left side. Stefanovic. Galen. Stefanovic. Long three. That comes up short. And Dermody back into the ball game, as is Awadowski for LaPorte. So that shot went out of bounds. Belongs to LaPorte. 21-10 Bulldogs. 20 seconds remaining in the first. Streeter on the dribble across the half-court line. Has Bukowski on him.
I think you're waiting for one shot.
Streeter. High post, double high post. Dermody gets a three look. That comes up short. Bukowski picks it up, fires it, and that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Bulldogs, 21, and LaPorte, 10. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
RegionSports.com.
The city of Crown Point is proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Crown Point has a unique community spirit and is the ideal place to live, work, and play. Our residents and guests enjoy award-winning amenities like our unique shops, family-owned restaurants, premier golf courses, and 4-star schools, all in a historical downtown with year-round events. For more information, the website is crownpoint.in.gov. Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834.
Lincoln Carryouts, located at 1203 North Main Street in Crown Point, has been serving the Crown Point community for 10 years. Lincoln Carryouts is open 10 to 9, 7 days a week, offering homemade soups, fresh salads, and a variety of sandwiches. Every month at Lincoln Carryouts, it's a new monthly sandwich, and every Tuesday it's the Steelworker Special, a combination of roast beef, American cheese, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and onion on toasted rye. That's Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine.
You're listening to high school basketball action on RegionSports.com.
Welcome back to this Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network on regionsports.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevy runs deep. Along with Jim East, Jerry Siska back with you here at Crown Point. The second quarter is underway. The Bulldogs lead at 21-10, and right away we're going to get a foul against Crown Point. It's going to go against St. Bukowski, his first, and the team's fourth. So the basketball will stay with LaPorte. They'll take it out far side right near the half-court line. Got some other scores for you that we'll get in here as we move along. We can tell you that at the half, Chesterton leads Lake Central 29-18. As this is McGuire with the basketball, gives it up to Streeter. Streeter drives the baseline, passes it off, and on a kick, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Slicers. Some other scores at the half. Valparaiso leads Maryville 28-22. After one, Munster at home beating Lowell 14-8. After one at Portage, it's Michigan City 18, Portage 13. And at the half, Morgan Township leads Hanover Central 41-20. Those are all boys games going on tonight.
Crown Point's doing a lot of double teaming of the ball right now, trying to get the up-tempo game by LaPorte.
Dermody, shot blocked from behind, loose, and we're going to get a foul called against the Bulldogs.
Very interesting calls here.
St. Bukowski to pick it up, his second. Speaking of getting scores, stay tuned because after the action here tonight at Crown Point, there'll be the Region Hoops wrap-up show. Nathan Laird back at the studio with that. First free throw by Awanowski is no good. Matt will get one more. And Nick Jeffers back into the ball game. So is Jake Senny for LaPorte. 1 of 3 at the line so far for LaPorte. When you're struggling, score, you have to hit the free throws, Jim. Awanowski gets the second one. 21-11 is the score.
Boy, they are calling tight.
We got a whistle and a foul.
Number 22,
Owen Streeter picks up his first, and the team's fifth. Crown Point ball. Bonin across the half-court line on the left side of the floor. Gets the screen from Kennelly. Had a look. Gives it up to Decker and set. Inside to Kennelly. Spin move. It won't go. Germany with the board for LaPorte. Here comes Streeter the other way. Hands it off. That's Walker. Free throw line jumper. That's in and out. And that's Decker with the rebound for Crown Point. To Bonin, to Decker. He got away with a travel, and he hits the three.
Right, he took 2 steps, but he hit the three, and that was a good non-call.
24-11 in favor of Crown Point. 2, 4, 5, 6 of 8 shooting from three-point range in this one in the first half for CP, Jim.
Pretty effective three-point shooting.
And they're getting real good looks within their offense. Walker wants a three from the left wing. He hits it. Ben Walker, his second tray of the night for LaPorte. Back to a 10-point game, 24-14 Bulldogs. 5:58 to play in the first half. Pass going to Kennelly, and we've got a whistle and a foul against the Slicers. And that is going against Ben Dermody. Sasha Stefanovic back into the ballgame for Crown Point. Bulldogs will get the basketball. Baseline, right side of the bucket. That's the 16th foul on the Slicers. So CP shooting free throws the rest of the way in this half. Jeffers has it as he's back into the ball game. Stefanovic gives it up to Decker. Bonin gets a screen from Kennelly. Jeffers. Stefanovic got to drive the baseline. Kick out. Bonin, three from the left corner. Got it. 9 points on 3 threes for Bonin. Back to a 13-point lead for CP. Here's Walker. Gives it up in the middle, and the bucket to Awanowski. 27-16. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Stefanovic. Jeffers. Bonin. Gets it back to Jeffers, who's outside the arc on the right side, and he's trying to work it inside to Decker. Stefanovic takes it to the free throw line, gives up the dribble. Bonin for three. That's off the iron, no good. Only the third three-point miss for CP. Streeter to the basket. That won't fall with the left hand. Decker gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Bonin quickly on the run-up for CP. To the glass. Oh, nice dump-off intended for Kennelly. But he thought Kennelly was going to cut all the way to the rim. LaPorte able to pick up the loose basketball. Gaylord getting set to come back in. Off the glass, good, Ben Walker. 27-18 CP. Stefanovic. Quickly, Jeffers gets it to Stefanovic. The runner comes up short. Kennelly, no, that's no good. Tapped around, comes down to LaPorte. Here's Streeter quickly the other way. 1 against 3. He's going to take it, and Bonin's going to pick up the blocking foul. Streeter's going to get some free throws. First foul on Blake Bonin. 15th foul on CP. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Z Alloy Metal Distribution at Crown Point. Z Alloy wishes Coach Clint Swan and Coach Andy Akiwa the best of luck this season. And in turn, we would like to thank the fine folks at Z Alloy for their support of the broadcast of Crown Point boys and girls basketball. Z Alloy, Crown Point Industries, supporting Crown Point basketball. See Tyler Littlejohn back in for LaPorte. Brady Cummins has returned. And Brian McGuire. Second free throw is no good. What happened to the first free throw with Streeter there, Jim?
He missed.
So Streeter misses them both. It stays 27-18. 4:15 to play in the first half.
Is that a 2-shot foul?
Yes, it was. Foul was called on the drive.
He might have hit that. I didn't even pay any attention to it. I thought it was a 1-shot foul.
Galen off the back of the iron, no good. Actually, he did hit one because it was a 9-point lead. Now the scoreboard has it as an 8. So he hit the first one because I saw him miss the second. Matt Alanowski picks up his second.
Condeely.
There's a young man that hasn't been shooting very many free throws this year. Oh, he bounced in. That's good.
Who's at the line?
Noah Morales.
Noah Morales.
He is 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
That's his first point of the night.
Hit the second.
It's them both. So it's 29-19 Crown Point. Streeter takes it all the way to the basket. Cut off by Stefanovic. To Walker. Walker to McGuire. McGuire to the basket. And gets it. Shooting it over Decker.
They do drive that baseline well.
Walker with 10 points in his first half. 10 of the team's 21 for LaPorte. Screen coming from Morales. Then he gets the basketball on the pass. Inside, Jeffers, and he's fouled.
Every time the ball goes inside, I said they're either going to foul him or he's going to finish that shot. But they don't have the size to cope with him.
Brady Cummins with the foul, his first. Team 8th, so Jeffers will shoot a couple.
One thing Jeffers does, he creates contact.
He missed the first. Bonin back in. Cooper back in for CP and LaPorte respectively. Second one by Jeffers. Good. So he splits the pair. He's 3 of 4 at the line on the night, and it's a 30-21 game for the Bulldogs. 3:15 to play in the first half, all the way to the basket. Streeter, Stefanovic comes from behind, blocks the shot, but also picks up the foul. That's 2 on Sasha. A lot of fouls, and it just doesn't have much of a flow to the game, does it?
No, it doesn't. They're calling them pretty close. But I will say this about LaPorte. They are attacking the basket.
First shot by Streeter, and it's good. And Streeter will get one more. It's an 8-point game. Decker getting set to go back in for CP. Second one by Streeter, good. Crown Point's lead was 13 early in this quarter. It's down to 7 with 3:12 to play. Decker in, Stefanovic with his 2 fouls out. Full court pressure by the Slicers. Bonin and Morales. Back to Bonin in the backcourt. Decker at half court. Into the front court, Galen. Morales, Bonin. Galen has it now. Morales. There's a three on the way. That's off the back of the iron, no good, but Morales gets the long carom. Bonin pump fakes, takes it to the free throw line, gives it up to Morales. Goes to the left side. That's Galen driving, goes up, and Cooper fouls him. 2 on Coop. Grant Galen going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Grant has a tendency to look for that 3 first, but he does attack the basket well. Keep in mind, he's a very good shooter, so you want him at the free throw line as much as you can get him there.
First free throw, good. Galen will get one more. Attention Region Athletic Directors, coaches, BSN Sports is looking to talk to you. BSN Sports is the nation's largest team dealer and have partnered with many area schools to provide game-changing solutions for uniforms, sportswear, and equipment. The phone number for BSN Sports is 219-661-0786, 219-661-0786. Galen made the second as well. It's a 32-23 CP lead. Here is Streeter with the basketball for LaPorte. Walker over on the right side, Senny. Now Walker has it here near the left side. Walker takes it down to the baseline left, swings it back out to McGuire with the crossover. He takes it to the baseline left, nothing there, brings it back out in Streeter. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Streeter, left elbow jumper, it won't fall. Rebound, Jeffers. Bonin. Up the floor to Morales, who beat the defense down, and Morales scores on the assist from Blake Bonin. And Tom Wells did not like that. He wants a timeout. Timeout with 1:47 to play in the first half. And it is CP 34, LaPorte 23. That's a 30-second timeout. Delectable steaks, pasta, seafood, and chops are why Gino's Steakhouse has been voted best in the region by the Times readers for the 8th year in a row. Gino's Steakhouse, with locations in Dyer or Maryville. Visit the website at genosteakhouse.com and like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Gino's Steakhouse. For a specialty breakfast or lunch, visit Jelly Pancake House in Maryville or Dyer. Open daily until 3. Jelly proudly offers homemade Greek yogurt smoothies, freshly squeezed orange juice, and a large gluten-free menu. Visit the website at jellypancakehouse.com and like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Jelly Pancake House. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Sherrville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com. Here's LaPorte working on the offensive side of the floor. Walker has it. Gives it up to Senny. Back to Streeter. Right side on the wing. Walker dumped in, shot up and good, and a foul. Matt Awanowski with the field goal.
It's the way you counter a fronting of the post. You make a really good pass. He had enough room there to catch the ball and take a step to the basket and score.
Let's see.
Basket. What good?
Basket counts. So Awanowski will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play as Dermody comes back in for LaPorte. Who's that foul on for CP?
I don't know.
35, there we go. Ken Decker is first. Awanowski with the free throw, it's good. The lefty hits it. He has 6 in the first half, all in the second quarter. And we're back to an 8-point game with 1:26 to play in the first half. CP with the lead in the basketball. Bonin with the left hand brings it across the half-court line. Spin, gets a little screen from Morales, now gives it up to Noah. Here's a baseline dribble drive, and we've got a foul on LaPorte. And Grant Galen going to go to the line to shoot.
These officials must not have anything to do after the ball game. They are calling a game pretty tight.
Ben Walker picks up his first. Grant Galen at the line to shoot 2 for CP. Tomorrow on RegionSports.com and RegionWrestling.com, it's live streaming video of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional. That's presented by Bob Rees State Farm Insurance in Crown Point. All the action begins at approximately 11 a.m. Galen hit the first, missed the second. It's 3 of 4 at the line tonight. It's a 9-point advantage to CP as we approach 1 minute to play in the first half. Steal by Galen, and then a whistle and a foul against Jake Senny. That's his first foul. It'll be 2 shots for Galen as that's the 10th team foul on LaPorte.
It was a good steal by Galen. He actually used his offhand to knock the ball away. And he's at the free throw line again. This is the 5th and 6th time.
As he hits the first one, he'll get one more. Don't forget, at the conclusion of action tonight, stay tuned for the Region Hoops wrap-up scores from all around Northwest Indiana with Nathan Laird back at the studio. That's coming up after tonight's ball game. Galen hits them both. Back to an 11-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Their biggest lead in this first half was 13. This is Senny at the top with the dribble, going to bring it to the left wing, kick it back. Awanowski at the top, and now it's all the way into the right corner with Dermody. On the dribble drive, shot, no good. Senny. Ball battled for Jeffers with the board. Nice outlet to Bonin. 39 seconds. Blake into the front court. Swings it to the left side. Galen gets it back. Swings it right. Jeffers is all the way outside the arc. Decker with it. Galen, Bonin, inside. Jeffers. Morales. Bonin. Galen swung back to the right side. Now it's going to get back up to the half-court line with 15 as Crown Point will play for the final shot of the first half.
They're going to set this play up for inside.
Decker.
Nope.
Galen for three from the left side. Missed everything. Morales chase it down. Fires a three from the right corner. Won't fall. The tip by Jeffers. No good as well. That's the end of the first half with the score of the Crown Point Bulldogs 37. The LaPorte Slicers 26. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
RegionSports.com.
Pet Supplies Plus has supplied safe and healthy pet care supplies and all-natural pet foods for over 20 years and is now open in Crown Point. At Pet Supplies Plus, we believe that people don't own pets, pets own people. As pet lovers ourselves, everything we do is designed to make pets happy. Our in-store team members can not only find the right products, but they have a talent for remembering a pet's face and name. This philosophy is the foundation of Pet Supplies Plus. So visit us at 1676 East Summit Street in Crown Point from 9 to 9 Monday through Saturday and Sundays until 7 p.m.
When facing cancer, you want the best possible care. The hospitals of Franciscan Alliance are committed to providing state-of-the-art treatment using the most advanced cancer-fighting technology available. All right here in our community. You would go anywhere for world-class cancer treatment. It's nice to know we don't have to go far for Franciscan Alliance Cancer Care. For more information, visit franciscanalliance.org.
McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at mcshanes.com.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, SkyTrail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Schererville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com, and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
You're listening to high school basketball action on regionsports.com.
Welcome back to the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network at regionsports.com. As always, it's underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, the talk of the town. Here at the half, it is the Bulldogs of Crown Point 37 and the LaPorte Slicers 26 in what has been a good first half. It's been a first half that Crown Point has controlled, but they've not been able to put LaPorte away. LaPorte keeps coming back with enough of a run to keep themselves close and viable in this one.
Yeah, both teams scored 16 points that quarter. It's the same margin that was the first quarter. So we'll see if Crown Point can start out the third quarter like they did the first.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers for this first half of action, and I'll be adding as I go along, so pardon me for that. Ben Walker has 10 points for LaPorte in the first half. Owen Streeter has 3, shooting 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Jake Senny with 5, 2 field goals, 1 for 2 from the line. And Matt Owenowski with 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And Scott Cooper with 2 points for LaPorte. For Crown Point, Blake Bonin has 9 points on 3 3-point field goals. Stasha Stefanovic has 6 points on 2 3-point field goals. Noah Morales with 4. He has a field goal and 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Grant Galen with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points, a 3, a 2 from the floor, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Nick Jeffers has 5 points, a field goal, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and Ken Decker, 3 points for Crown Point. The Bulldogs led at 21-10 after 1 quarter, and as Jim said, each team scored 16 points in the second quarter, and so it is an 11-point advantage for CP, 37-26. All right, let's take a look at some of the other action that's going on around Northwest Indiana tonight. At the half, we have Whiting leading Bishop Knoll 18-16. In DAC play after 3 quarters, Chesterton leads Lake Central 43-34. Of course, as we mentioned here at the half, Crown Point leading LaPorte 37-26. A little bit of a surprise here after trailing 14-8 after 1. Lowell has rallied to take a 26-24 lead over Munster at the half at the end zone. And of course, remember, Munster has still never lost a Northwest Crossroads Conference game since that conference came into existence. So right now they're only down 2, but that was a 18-10 quarter in favor of Lowell there. After 3, this is for the lead in the DAC. Valpo leading Maryville 43-35. At the half, also in the DAC, Michigan City leading Portage 30-26. And the last score that we had at the half had Morgan Township leading Hanover Central 41-20. And those are all the scores that we have thus far. Stay tuned after the ballgame because Nathan Laird will be back at the studio with you with the Region Hoops wrap-up show. Let you know what's going on all around Northwest Indiana. Then we have more action for you at regionsports.com tomorrow. And you'll find this at regionwrestling.com as well. It's live streaming video of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional. It's presented by Bob Reese State Farm Insurance here in Crown Point. All the action begins at approximately 11 a.m. So if you're a wrestling enthusiast,
it's DAC. No, it's sectional.
It's sectionals tomorrow. You want to tune in and watch the live video streaming of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional tomorrow morning. But 2:20 left on the clock here at halftime. Let's take another break. Jim and I will be back with the third quarter after this. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
regionsports.com.
The city of Crown Point is proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Crown Point has a unique community spirit and is the ideal place to live, work, and play. Our residents and guests enjoy award-winning amenities like our unique shops, family-owned restaurants, premier golf courses, and 4-star schools, all in a historical downtown with year-round events. For more information, the website is crownpoint.in.gov. Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834.
Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same, and life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County.
Lincoln Carryouts, located at 1203 North Main Street in Crown Point, has been serving the Crown Point community for 10 years. Lincoln Carryouts is open 10 to 9, 7 days a week, offering homemade soups, fresh salads, and a variety of sandwiches. Every month at Lincoln Carryouts, it's a new monthly sandwich, and every Tuesday it's the Steelworker Special, a combination of roast beef, American cheese, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and onion on toasted rye. That's Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine.
You're listening to high school basketball action on regionsports.com.
You're listening to Prep Basketball on the Region Sports Network right here on regionsports.com, and it is underwritten, as always, by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. Number one. Along with Jimmy, Jerry Siska back with you here at Crown Point High School. It'll be Bulldog basketball as we begin the third quarter with CP leading LaPorte 37-26. And it looks like Bonin, Stefanovic, Berquist, Galen, and Jeffers, the original starting five on the floor for Crown Point. I see Dermody, Walker, Streeter, Senny, and Awanowski. So the original starting five for LaPorte as well. Here's Bonin with the basketball. This is Berquist. Berquist has sat a long time, Jim, after picking up those two early fouls. Berquist travels as he tries to drive the free throw lane on the left side. Clint Swan right away shaking his head like, I don't know if he's unhappy with the call or...
I think there was a pass to be made there. It was not made. I think that's what he's shaking his head about.
Well, Josh has no points. He's got to make up for lost time. Here's a shot, no good. I don't know that for sure. Bonin to Berquist. Into the front court. Bonin back to Berquist. Here's a jumper for him on the left baseline. It won't go. Tap won't go. Knocked all the way out, and Walker trying to get it. Knocked out of his hands by Berquist. He was the last to touch it, so it will stay with LaPorte. But that was great hustle right there by Josh Berquist.
Yeah, if they get that ball there, they're going to go in for a layup. So it obviously was a very good play.
So here comes Streeter on the dribble across the half-court line. Gets it to Dermody.
You know LaPorte does a lot of entry to the left side of the floor. That's very unusual.
Awanowski with it between the circles. Gets it to Streeter on the left side on the DAC logo. Dermody in the corner. Streeter. Now Senny. Senny goes into the corner. That was Streeter with it. Senny. Awanowski. Right corner Walker.
Taking a lot of time.
Senny to the free throw line. Gives it up to Streeter. Inside. Dermody. Spin move. Turn. Score it. Nice shot. Ben Dermody. His first field goal of the night. It's 37-28.
Good patience.
Berquist. Nice pass inside to Jeffers. He misses the shot, but he's fouled.
He's going to get fouled every time the ball goes in the post. All he has to do is finish that shot to get the three-point play.
Matt Awanowski picks up the foul, his third.
I don't know how a team can defense the post when the biggest guy they got in the floor is 6'2". You have to front the post. Hopefully you'll get some backside help.
Jeffers' free throw is good. He'll get another. Well, and they did front him on that one, but there was nobody on the backside, and that's why there was so much room to get the pass to. You've got to get that backside help and give up the weak side of the floor and hope for your defensive rotation.
Talking like a coach.
I haven't done as many as you, but I've done a little bit. So Jeffers hits them both, 39-28. Walker, and he hits the runner on the right baseline. Ben Walker with the field goal. Good shooter. 39-30. Bergquist. And we've got a foul. And the foul fest continues.
They're not letting up. They probably talked about it. You know, maybe we need to call a couple more fouls. Slow this game down a little bit.
It's plenty slow. Jake said he picks up the foul. His second, team second. Josh Bergquist going to go to the line to shoot a couple for the Bulldogs. Crown Point running from right to left on the radio dial here in the second half of action. Bergquist off the front of the iron, off the backboard, and he hits it. First point of the night for Josh Bergquist. He was in a lot of foul trouble in the opening half. Tyler Littlejohn into the game for LaPorte with Jake Senny having a seat. Second free throw, no good by Bergquist. The rebound to Streeter. 40-30 is your score. Crown Point leads just under 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Walker, back to Streeter, back to Littlejohn. Dermody trying to get it on the inside to Awanowski. He was posted up against Jeffers, but they didn't get the pass there. That's some bumping going on down there between Jeffers and Awanowski. Jeffers fell, Awanowski got it. Littlejohn on the kick out. Three-pointer off the iron, no good. Batted around and Bonin has it. Good battle on the inside by the big man. This one inside to Jeffers. He misses that shot. But again,
he's shooting two.
Going to get two more. As big Scott Cooper is going to come in for LaPorte.
If a team scouts Crown Point, they've got to look for that because it's part of their offense to run the floor down the middle, get the ball long down the floor to your center, or maybe even a forward.
Jeffers hits the first for Matt Awanowski. That was his fourth personal, third team. And Jeffers will get one more. Good as well. 9 points on the night for Nick Jeffers. Just one field goal, 7 of 8 at the free throw line. Streeter takes the basketball on the dribble across the half-court line. 42-30. Bulldogs by 12. Their biggest lead in this game has been 13. 5:10 to play third quarter. As Walker takes it down near the baseline. His pass intended for Littlejohn. Went off his legs and out of bounds. The turnover gives the basketball to Crown Point.
They're not going to attack the basket. That's where you stop them, or get them into the flow of the game, is to deny the entry pass. That's exactly what Stefanovic did.
Bonin to Galen on the right side. Stefanovic pump fake as if he wanted a three from the top of the key. Now with the ball movement, Bonin has it. He's going to drive the free throw lane on the right side. The scoop layup won't go, and Jeffers gets the board, and guess what he was? That's right, he was fouled.
How many free throws is it for him this quarter?
This will be 6. This will be 10 in the game already.
In 3 minutes, and
Scott Cooper picks up his third.
In 3 minutes and 9 seconds. They foul him every time he touches the ball.
Jeffers misses that free throw, just his second miss in 9 attempts.
I'm guessing that Crown Point will run a 1-2-1-1 zone press. I'm just guessing. Or 2-2-1.
Second one by Jeffers. That is good. He's 8 of 10 at the line.
1-2-1-1. There it is.
The You've done a little bit of this coaching thing,
well, they got a guard at the free throw line.
Cooper got too far under the basket, but held his ground and finally got positioning to be able to go up and off the glass. We've got a whistle and a foul, and it's going against Streeter of LaPorte. For Streeter, that's his second, but what's really getting to be a problem for LaPorte, Jim, we still have 4:39 to play in the third quarter, and that's 15 foul, and they trail by 11. It's awfully hard to get back into the basketball game if the other team is going to go to the free throw line a lot, and it's going to happen early in a half. Jeffers, Bonin, pump fake, got Streeter in the air. Lost the handle, though, as he tried to dribble drive to the baseline. Bonin has it again on the DAC in front of the Crown Point bench to Jeffers, who's outside the arc left side. Galen wants a three. Oh, that's all net. Sweet jumper, Grant Galen. 46-32 as we approach the midway point of quarter number 3. Littlejohn.
Very patient that time, very patient.
Walker, Streeter, Little John's got a good look from 3. That's off the iron. No good. Jeffers, the strong board over Cooper. Bonin has to get free. Streeter was denying him the basketball. Now in the front court with Bergquist on the left side. Galen, Jeffers, Bonin. He's going to take a long 3. That's going to come off the iron. No good. Little John with the board. Streeter's going to bring it up on the dribble. Little John on the left side this time. Back to Streeter as McGuire gets set to come back in for LaPorte. Streeter, Little John. Cooper trying to post up. Walker, Streeter on the left wing. Little John between the circles. Walker on the right side. Got around Bonin. The drive too strong. Weak side board to Stefanovic. Here's Bonin up the floor trying to find Galen. The pass intercepted by Little John. And here he comes the other way on the far side of the floor. Streeter, his pass intended for Walker, intercepted by Galen, who was trailing the play. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. 46-32 Crown Point. Bergquist got a good look from the left side for 3 and hits it. Can't leave him that wide open, Jim. And Tom Wells wants a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. 2:53 to play in the third. 49-32, the 17-point lead. Biggest of the night for Crown Point. Attention Region Athletic Directors and Coaches, BSN Sports is looking to talk to you. BSN Sports is the nation's largest team dealer and have partnered with many area schools to provide game-changing solutions for uniforms, sportswear, and equipment. The phone number for BSN Sports is 219-661-0786. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Sherrville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com.
Don't come and get them. I'm going to take them.
So the biggest lead of the night now for Crown Point at 49-32.
This is where you build on that lead right now. You got almost, about 2.5 minutes to go.
Up on the high post, Cummins has it for LaPorte. Little John on the dribble, back to Cummins outside the arc right side. And he dribbles it in, nearly stolen by Morales, but Morales able to knock it loose, and Jeffers picked it up. Here comes Crown Point the other way. Stefanovic a bit out of control, but he managed to get it to Bergquist. His pass intended for Morales. Too far for Morales. So the other way with the dribble and the layup, Brady Cummins. 49-34, 2:15 to play in the third. Across the half-court line is Stefanovic. Stefanovic going to drive all the way to the baseline. There was nothing there. He tried the no-look pass, looking for Jeffers. Knocked out of bounds by the Slicers. And that will bring Dominic Tomic off the bench for CP. Tomic will trigger the inbounds pass, baseline, left side of the bucket for CP with 2:06 on the clock. Galen has it. Back to Tomic. Bergquist. Galen. Galen for 3, yes. Grant Galen with his third tray of the game. It's an 18-point bulge now for Crown Point. 52-34. Here's Streeter, and we got going on here. Foul going against Dominic Tomic at Crown Point.
They took him into the post and trying to post him, and he made some body contact right to front.
First foul on Tomic, first foul of the Bulldogs here in the second half. Streeter into Cooper, who's back into the game. Back to Streeter, the ball on the right side of the floor. Bergquist defends Streeter. Walker and then a McGuire on the left. Back to Streeter here on the right. As Keneally gets set to re-enter for Crown Point. Tomic after the turnover. Galen from the volleyball line off the front of the iron. Jeffers with the putback, rebound, basket.
They didn't foul him, but he finished the shot.
Yes, he did. 20-point lead now for Crown Point. 54-34. Dermody gives it up. Walker. Back to Dermody. Walker has it in the corner. Morales on him. Walker gets into the paint. Scoop. Runner. No. Morales the more. Decker getting set to come back for CP as well. Tomic. Bergquist. Tomic. 45 to play in the quarter.
He's got to want the ball on the inside. He made token effort to put his hand up, but he needs to really widen out and put his hands up.
Bergquist to the basket, kick out. Tomic has a look for three. He's going to take it. It goes in and out. And Jeffers and Dermody battle for the rebound. It's a jump ball, and possession belongs to LaPorte as Senny and Awanowski come back in for the Slicers. Keneally and Decker in for the Bulldogs. Half a minute to play in the quarter.
Wave 5. He's going to trap the entry pass, which he did.
McGuire trapped on the sideline. His pass intercepted. Morales all the way to the basket. Got it. Noah Morales with the field goal. 56-34. Bulldogs have really opened it up. This has been a 29-point third quarter for CP. Dermody, his shot won't go, and that's the end of three. Bulldogs 56, the Slicers 34. Back with the fourth after this. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
RegionSports.com.
When facing cancer, you want the best possible care. The hospitals of Franciscan Alliance are committed to providing state-of-the-art treatment using the most advanced cancer-fighting technology available. All right here in our community. You would go anywhere for world-class cancer treatment. It's nice to know we don't have to go far for Franciscan Alliance Cancer Care. For more information, visit franciscanalliance.org.
Pet Supplies Plus has supplied safe and healthy pet care supplies and all-natural pet foods for over 20 years and is now open in Crown Point. At Pet Supplies Plus, we believe that people don't own pets, pets own people. As pet lovers ourselves, everything we do is designed to make pets happy. Our in-store team members can not only find the right products, but they have a talent for remembering a pet's face and name. This philosophy is the foundation of Pet Supplies Plus. So visit us at 1676 East Summit Street in Crown Point from 9 to 9 Monday through Saturday and Sundays until 7 p.m.
You're listening to high school basketball action on RegionSports.com.
Along with Jim East, Jerry Siska back here at Crown Point High School, and we welcome you back to this Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network at RegionSports.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVPs of MPG. Crown Point basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, 56-34 in favor of the Bulldogs. Decker has it. Morales, Galen for a long three. That's off the iron, no good. But Morales gets the offensive board. The putback won't go. Galen there, a third attempt, and he scored. Good work on the offensive glass by the Bulldogs. 24-point lead now for Crown Point. Here's McGuire with the basketball on the dribble, being guarded by Tomic. Takes it all the way to the baseline on the right side. There's nothing there. Gets it to Walker. Now to Senny. And Morales intercepts the pass intended for Walker. Throws it up the floor to Galen. He hits again. 60-34. 7:10 to play. Walker. Dermody.
Oh, he's wide open.
He finds Walker in the right corner. Three on the way. No good. Decker the board. Outlet to Galen. Gives it up. Keneally misses the shot. LaPorte rebounds. Walker the other way. Left elbow jumper. No. Decker the board for CP. Outlet to Tomic. Tomic just inside the arc. Decides to go inside. And there's a bucket for Andrew Keneally. 6'6" sophomore in the books. 62-34. 6.5 minutes to play. Bulldogs with the lead. Dave Bukowski getting set to come into the game. There's Dermody with it. Walker on the right side. That's McGuire. Tomic on him. Tomic pushes him out. When McGuire tries to pass it, Galen knocks it into the LaPorte bench. Cooper in. Streeter in. And that is Andy Samuelson in for the first time for LaPorte. And Thane Bukowski in for Crown Point. Slicer basketball. This is Walker with it. Bukowski on him. Walker takes him down to the baseline on the right side. Has to swing it back out to the top of the Streeter. Dermody. Gives it up to Samuelson. Streeter has it on the right side now in front of the Slicer bench. And a pass intercepted. Bukowski comes up the floor. Gives it up to Tomic. Tomic takes Streeter to the baseline. There's nothing there. Now he's able to get a pass in. And on the kick back out, we've got a whistle and a foul coming against the Slicers.
You know, we're talking about the number of fouls being called. LaPorte has 6 fouls, Crown Point only 1.
And on the inbounds play, nice pass from Tomic to Keneally, but he couldn't finish. Slicers on the rebound and the run out. Streeter takes it all the way to the right side of the floor with 5.5 to play. Long 3 by Walker from the top. That's no good. Cooper can't get his shot to fall. Knocked around. Dermody has it. He goes off the glass. That won't fall. Cooper puts back. That won't go. Whistle and a foul. Andrew Keneally from Crown Point picks up his first, team second. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the State Farm Agency of Bob Reese in Crown Point. Located at 152 West Joliet Street, Bob Reese State Farm is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, and in the evenings by appointment, and can be reached at 663-7337. Bob Reese State Farm is a proud sponsor of Bulldog Athletics on the Regent Sports Network. Bob Reese State Farm is also the presenting sponsor of the live video coverage of the Crown Point Wrestling Show, which can be seen Saturday at regentsports.com. What do we have on the free throws there, Jim, while I was reading all that?
Well, he hit both of them.
And that was at the line?
Yes.
Fresh by memory? What player?
I don't know. It was 50.
50, so it was Cooper hitting them both, okay. And that makes the score 62-36. Now a turnover by the Bulldogs. And now a turnover by LaPorte. This is Bukowski with it. Gives it up to Decker. Dane Bukowski, he wants a 3. It's off the back of the rim, but Decker gets the board. He goes out of bounds as Jeffers is going to come back in. And Andrew Keneally will have a seat. Here's the inbounds pass by the Bulldogs. And another 3-ball, Grant Kalon. Kalon having a big game tonight, Jim. That's 4 trays. That's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23 points. 65-36. It is a 29-point Crown Point lead. Here's a 3 on the way by Samuelson. That's no good. Dermody gets the weak side rebound and put back basket. 65-38. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Tomic into the corner. 3-ball on the way, and that is good. Grant Kalon. Don't forget, we have a Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game coming up after this one. I wonder who it might be.
Well, we know who the player of the game is, but we don't know who. How about the sub of the game?
We'll figure that one out later.
Okay.
Dermody to Walker. Streeter. Streeter wants the jumper from inside the arc. That won't go. Cooper with the putback basket. Scott Cooper. He has 8. 68-40. Approaching 3 minutes. Decker wants a 3 for the Bulldogs. It won't go. Cooper with a board. Streeter the other way. Gives it up to Samuelson. To Walker. To Streeter. Back to Walker. He gets a screen from Dermody, so Walker will put up a 3. It won't go. Kalon with the board. On the walk-up, this is Decker. Kalon, Tomic. Inside, Decker off the glass, but he was fouled when he went up with the shot. That should go against Andy Samuelson. It will, his first, and the team's 7th. So going to the line to shoot a couple will be Ken Decker. We want to welcome the audience. 90.5 FM, WRTW and WRTK. 68-40 is the score. Crown Point leading LaPorte with 2:44 to play in tonight's contest. First free throw by Decker is good. And into the ball game, Leo Zdanowicz, John Sakalaris. They're coming in for the first time. Noel Morales is back in. Tommy Sanborn, at the scorer's table to come in. Second one by Decker, good. And Ken Decker, because he hit that, gets to go to the bench, so Sanborn can play a little bit.
4 of these young men played in the junior varsity game, so this is a good experience for them.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Sherrville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com. 70-40. The 30-point advantage is the biggest of the night for the Bulldogs with 2:33 to play in this one. Along with Jim East, I'm Jerry Siska here at Crown Point High School. A steal by Tomich. It's trapped right in front of the LaPorte bench, but able to get it to Sakalaris. His pass intercepted, and that was by Walker. Underneath, kick out. Streeter has it, thinking about a 3 as he has Sanborn on him. Goes inside, and the basket to Dermody. 70-42 as we approach 2 minutes remaining in this one. Bulldogs going to win their second in a row and improve to 2-2 in the DAC. They will go to Boone Grove tomorrow night. LaPorte going to drop their 8th straight, fall to 0-4 in the league. They'll go back home, to take on Concord. Shot up, no good by Sakalaris, but guess what he was?
He was fouled.
And he got that a lot on the inside.
In the post. About the only way they can defense. If they're trying to block every shot, they're going to shoot a lot of free throws. Crown Point is.
Ben Dermody picks up the foul, his second. And free throw by Sakalaris misses. Stay tuned after the game for the Region Hoops wrap-up show. Scores from all around Northwest Indiana. Nathan Laird, your host, back at the studio. Second free throw by Sakalaris. Perfect. He splits the pair, 71-42 the score. And don't forget that tomorrow on RegionSports.com and RegionWrestling.com, it's live streaming video of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional. That's presented by Bob Reese, State Farm Insurance at Crown Point. All the action begins at approximately 11 a.m. So if you're a wrestling enthusiast, hop on there to RegionSports.com or RegionWrestling.com. You get a live video streaming of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional. We have a ball knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with Crown Point with 1:21 to play. We do have a couple of finals to tell you. Of course, the game you were listening to here on 90.5, Chesterton beats Lake Central 56-53. I'm sorry, the game you were listening to was Valpo over Maryville. That was 61-56, Valpo winning. Chesterton beating Lake Central 56-53 in another DAC ball game. Jump ball on a rebound attempt, alternate possession. It goes to LaPorte with 66 seconds remaining.
It's going to be a very interesting sectional at Maryville.
That it will be. A lot of good teams over there. Chesterton, Valpo, Maryville, these Crown Point Bulldogs, Portage, these LaPorte Slicers, Michigan City, and the only non-Duneland school that'll play in that sectional, the Hobart Brickies. Pass from Cooper. It was intended for Dermody, but he was setting a screen. He didn't see it coming. So it goes out of bounds to the Bulldogs with 47 seconds remaining. 71-42, Crown Point. LaPorte going to fall to 2-12 overall. The Bulldogs double digits in wins now as they'll go to 10-6. Pass down low to Sanborn, and we've got a whistle and a foul against the Slicers. That's going against Andy Samuelson, his second.
Well, Crown Point definitely has improved their defense this game. They have committed only 2 fouls. Right now, the LaPorte Slicers have 42 points.
Yeah.
They're going to win a lot of ball games holding a team to 42 points.
They sure will. Tommy Sanborn at the line. He hits the first. They'll get one more. So all 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all 13 young men that have dressed for Crown Point tonight have seen action as Sanborn hits the second. 73-42, the final 25 seconds of this one. Samuelson thought about a 3 from the left side. He's going to give it up to Walker instead. And he gets it back into the corner. back to Walker out on top, comes to the right side, Streeter. So we approach 10 seconds. Cooper has it. Tries to hit a cutting teammate. Knocked away. Streeter comes up with it. Streeter working on Sanborn. Gives it up to Walker. Walker over Tomich from the top of the tee. That's no good, and that's the end of the ball game. Your final score tonight, Crown Point 73 and LaPorte 42. Back with the post game after this. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game it's down.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Cherville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Cherville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
Blue 82, located in St. John just across from Lake Central High School, is where big screen sports, mouth-watering food, live music, and good times are all on the same team. Featuring food prepared from scratch with top-quality ingredients, Blue 82 provides a fun and relaxed atmosphere for groups big and small. Blue 82 is open for quick lunches, outstanding dinners, and late-night snacks. To see all that Blue 82 has to offer, including their menu, the website is www.blue82.net.
The city of Crown Point is proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Crown Point has a unique community spirit and is the ideal place to live, work, and play. Our residents and guests enjoy award-winning amenities like our unique shops, family-owned restaurants, premier golf courses, and 4-star schools, all in a historical downtown with year-round events. For more information, the website is crownpoint.in.gov. Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131. And online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
Lincoln Carryouts, located at 1203 North Main Street in Crown Point, has been serving the Crown Point community for 10 years. Lincoln Carryouts is open 10 to 9, 7 days a week, offering homemade soups, fresh salads, and a variety of sandwiches. Every month at Lincoln Carryouts, it's a new monthly sandwich, and every Tuesday it's the Steelworker Special, a combination of roast beef, American cheese, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and onion on toasted rye. That's Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, SkyTrail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Cherville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com, and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Along with Jim East, I'm Jerry Siska, and you're listening to Prep Basketball right here on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM WRTW, and also streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. It's underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the talk of the town. The Crown Point Bulldogs improved to 10-6 on the year, 2-2 in the DAC, with a 73-42 victory over the LaPorte Slicers tonight here at CP. And Jim, it wasn't always that wide of a margin. LaPorte hung around. Crown Point had them down 13 in the second quarter. They cut it down to about 6 points. It went up to 11. But the thing that really stands out to me, and the thing that blew this game wide open, LaPorte only scoring 16 points in the second half, 8 in each quarter. They were outscored 29-8 in the third quarter to blow this thing open, and then they were outscored 17-8 in the fourth quarter.
Well, you're not going to win many ball games by hitting 16 points or scoring 16 points for a half. Maybe for a quarter, but for a half, they just didn't. They had looks. They put the ball up there more than they did the first half. I don't know what the number of shots they took the second half.
I don't have.
They took a number of 3-point shots and so forth, but you're not going to win many ball games by scoring 16 points in a half.
That you are not. We got the stats here via text, so I'll work on some of that as we talk about everything here. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from tonight's ball game. I'm just going to try to go straight down this list because it'll be a lot simpler. For Crown Point, Blake Bonin with 9 points on 3 field goal attempts. Sasha Stefanovic had 6. Noah Morales had 6. Josh Berquist had 4. Grant Galon finished the night with 26. Tommy Sanborn had 2. Nick Jeffers had 12. Ken Decker had 5. John Sakalaris had 1. And Andrew Keneally had 2. The Bulldogs on the night shot 20 of 45 from the floor for 44%. 12 of 25 from three-point range for 48%. 21 of 26 at the free throw line for 81%. And, Coach, you'd be real happy with that if your ball club shot that well from the free throw line, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes. But I'm going to change my voting, but go ahead and we'll wait till that time comes and so forth. But I'll keep you in suspense.
Okay. I do want to add, looking at the stats here, Grant Galon had 5 rebounds for Crown Point, as did Ken Decker. He had 5 rebounds as well for the Bulldogs. Nick Jeffers, it should be pointed out, 8 of 10 at the free throw line for the Bulldogs this evening. Let's take a look at the numbers for the LaPorte Slicers. Let's see, Ben Dermody, he had 6 points. Walker had 10 points. Streeter had 3. McGuire had 2. Senny had 5. Owenowski had 6. Cummins had 2. And Scott Cooper finished with 8. LaPorte shooting on the night 16 of 43 for 37%. 2 of 10.
That's not one main ball games.
Nope. 2 of 10 from the three-point line for 20%, and 8 of 11 at the free throw line for 73%. Rebounding advantage tonight. Let's see. LaPorte had 22, while Crown Point had 33. So Crown Point won the battle of the backboards, and with their size advantage, you would figure that they should. Assists, Crown Point with 16 assists on their 20 field goals. Means they distributed the basketball very well this evening. 9 assists on the 16 field goals for LaPorte. 14 turnovers for the Slicers. 9 for the Bulldogs. Under 10. That's not bad for high school kids in a ball game.
That's very important.
So 73-42, your final score tonight here at Crown Point. As they start getting things set up for the wrestling sectional for tomorrow, it's time for us to hand out our awards. First, it's time to name the super sub of the game, underwritten by Lincoln Carryouts on North Main Street in Crown Point. Lincoln Carryouts, home of the Italian Submarine and the Steel Worker Sandwiches.
That's where my change is going to occur right here. Ken Decker. I'm going to make Ken Decker the super sub of the game. He worked very hard. He got 5 rebounds. He got 5 points. He played extremely hard. And this is coming off a game in which he did not play against, who was that against?
Well, against Michigan City the other day.
Michigan City, that's right. He did not play in that game. I thought very positive attitude for Ken Decker.
So Ken Decker, the 6'4" sophomore forward, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and for that he is tonight's Lincoln Carryouts super sub of the game. That's underwritten by Lincoln Carryouts on North Main Street in Crown Point. Lincoln Carryouts, they are the home of the Italian Submarine and the Steel Worker sandwiches, and I think that was a good choice, Jim.
Well, he went in, he worked very hard, so forth. Well, let's just go ahead and do this.
We could have a chat here. Clint Swan has joined us, so we will get back to our awards later on, and we'll have a chat with the head coach of the Crown Point Bulldogs. Coach, good to see you. Congratulations. Been a good week so far for you.
Yeah, it has. You know what? It's after a tough week last week. You know, those were 2 tough losses, but the kids showed some great resolve this week in practice, and getting that tough win on Tuesday, I think, gave our guys some confidence that, you know, we could come in and play well. So to be home 2 games in a row, which is kind of unusual for us, was nice, and we took advantage of it and defended our home court.
In the first half, you were shooting the 3 ball very well from several of your young men.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was kind of, we were a little bit slow starting out, and, you know, Grant Galen especially sort of found his range by attacking the basket. He got some offensive rebounds, got to the free throw line, got to see the ball go through the basket a few times, and that kind of got him going. And then Blake Bonin stepped up and hit some huge shots for us. When the game was still kind of hanging in the balance there, we needed to get some consecutive scores, and he stepped up and hit some big shots. And
Nick Jeffers on the inside. They fed him. A lot of fouls, but he went to the line and did a great job hitting 8 of 10 at the free throw line, finishing with 12 points.
When he makes his free throws like that, he's a huge weapon. You know, he's the last half of the season here, knock on wood, as I knock on Jim's head here. He shot his free throws extremely well, and it's really increased his production for us inside.
And we had just given out one of our awards. We thought one of the young men that came off the bench, they all contributed in several ways, but Ken Decker came in and really did a nice job. 5 rebounds, 5 points, and did some of the tough work on the inside.
He was great tonight. He hit a couple big shots. You know, that's a young man I couldn't even get into the game on Tuesday, and he could have sat around and pouted about it, and you know, like a lot of kids would have, but he came out, had a great couple days of practice, and came out tonight and had a great game.
Makes life a lot easier when you can put anybody in there and get some contributions.
Yeah, they make me look awful smart when they do that.
Boy, you get to play again tomorrow night. How much basketball do you want in one week?
Well, I know. Hey, you know, it's a tough schedule, but that's how we want it. It's fun that way.
You're looking forward to the Super Bowl so you can see a different sport on Sunday, aren't you?
You bet.
Clint, thanks. Appreciate the time. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks.
I'm sure I will see you very soon.
Thanks for having me.
Crown Point wins it 73-42. That was head coach Clint Swan of the Crown Point Bulldogs. Let's go back now and finish up giving out a couple of our awards. We're going to move now, Jim, to the Blue Collar Player of the Game, underwritten by Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, a blue-collar store for the blue-collar worker.
Well, I think the blue-collar player is the player who got the ball an awful lot on the interior. Even though he didn't finish a lot of shots, he ended up shooting 10 free throws. And get banged around like that probably makes you the blue-collar player of the game.
And that person would be, you haven't named him yet.
Oh, I haven't, have I?
No. You're keeping everyone in suspense,
Nick
Jim.
Jeffers. You know, Nick's been a part of a lot of victories, but I think it's the first time we've made him the blue-collar player of the game.
And deservedly so. A good ball game tonight for Nick Jeffers, 8 of 10 at the free throw line, 12 points, and that was to go with, I forget how many rebounds. I'm not going to look it up right now.
He got
I'll get it later. But Nick Jeffers, that's your blue-collar player of the game, underwritten by Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, located 1/2 mile north of I-80-94 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. And finally, time now to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court.
Well, there's no doubt that Grant Galen was the best player on the floor tonight. I'm happy to see he got his stroke back. I hope he can carry it with him tomorrow night as well. He shoots really well at home, but let's hope that he finds that stroke on the road as well. But I thought he played an outstanding game. He took the ball to the basket, got some rebounds. He did the whole thing as a player.
Grant Galen, 26 points, 5 rebounds, and I'm going to try to real fast find out his shooting percentage here from three-point range as he hit 5. And I just want the number of attempts. That's what I'm looking for here. Where are you, Grant? 5 of 11 from three-point range. And, you know, none of them were, like, off the iron and bounced around in. When he hit them, they were nothing but net.
Yeah, and that's important because I think the team that hits the three in the Maryville sectional may be the team of destiny, be the team that's going to win the title of champion of the sectional at Maryville.
So Grant Gallant, 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 of 11 shooting from three-point range, and he is your Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of tonight's game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 9 Monday through Friday and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. And I don't want to shortchange Ken Decker because as I look back at the stats, 6 rebounds tonight for Ken Decker. Jeffers with his 12 points, 8 of 10 from the line, had 5 rebounds to go along with that to be the blue-collar player of the game. So there you go. Region Sports Network coverage of high school basketball on 90.5 FM, The Key, and on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVP of MPGs. The Crowell Companies, your insurance superheroes. Berry Brothers, a tradition of quality and service since 1946. McShane's, business products and solutions since 1921. The Lake County agents of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Christensen Chevrolet in Highland, driving the American dream. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, design, and signs. Blue 82 in St. John, food, friends, and fun. Morris Baseball and Softball Center, providing elite instruction. Randall K. Miss Accounting Group, putting the numbers to work. The Concussion Clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart. Jack's Warehouse, great entertainment for the whole family. Triplecom Baseball and Softball Academy, where the All-Stars train. Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point, great prices, no begging. BSN Sports, providing game-changing solutions for schools. Gino's Steakhouse, delectable steaks, pasta, and seafood. Jelly Pancake House, not just your ordinary restaurant. Franciscan St. Anthony Health Sports Medicine Institute, improve performance and avoid injury through training. Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine. The city of Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834. Z Alloy Metal Distribution, Crown Point Industry backing the Bulldogs. Bob Reese State Farm Insurance in Crown Point, and by the Town Club Restaurant, Steak and Seafood for 65 years. Some credits to roll before we get out of here. The management team of the Region Sports Network. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our chief engineer is Mike Bonaventura. Our coordinating producer and game producer tonight, Nathan Laird. Great job as always, Nathan. Always a pleasure to work with you. We have some thanks to give out. The athletic director here at Crown Point High School is Bill Derilla. We want to thank Clint Swan for all of his help and for the post-game interview, the head coach of Crown Point, and thanks to Tom Wells, also from the LaPorte Slices, for all of his help getting the things that we needed to prepare for tonight's ball game. And we want to thank you, the listeners of 90.5 The Key and RegionSports.com, for spending some of your Friday night with us, enjoying high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Nathan Laird back at the studio, coming up next with the Region Hoops wrap-up show. He'll give you scores from all around Northwest Indiana. And then don't forget, about 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, live video streaming of the Crown Point Wrestling Sectional. That's presented by Bob Reese State Farm Insurance right here in Crown Point. You can get that at RegionSports.com and RegionWrestling.com. Nathan will give you more information on that during the Region Hoops wrap-up. Final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah. Crown Point has a chance to win 3 in 1 week, and that's exceptional. I tell you, Boone Grove is a very, very interesting team. They've knocked off some small schools. Here's a chance for them to knock off a school that's 4A. But I think the way Crown Point's playing right now, you got a little confidence back. I think they're going to be a handful tomorrow night.
And that is what the Bulldogs have tomorrow night, a game at Boone Grove. Next week, they will be at Portage on Friday night, and they'll get EC Central here on Saturday. That's their upcoming schedule for LaPorte. They are home tomorrow night against Concord. Then they have 2 next week, Valpo at home on Friday and at South Bend Clay on Saturday. So a lot of basketball for these schools as sectional time gets closer and closer.
Yep. And next week, who does Crown Point play?
Crown Point next week has Portage on the road Friday, East Chicago here on Saturday.
Tough schedule.
Yes, it is.
Portage at home is always a danger, and probably the best team in northern Indiana. East Chicago comes to the Crown Point Gymnasium. But I will say this, Crown Point plays quite well at home.
So 73-42, the Bulldogs win it tonight over the LaPorte Slicers. Jim, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl on Sunday. For Jim East, I'm Jerry Siska. You've been listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.